Actually, I'm going to do this short because I think I've got some clips from yesterday to put in. So today is Mars Day. Mars Day, you're about to see some clips from yesterday because I took like an hour of footage and it was just too much. Hi, what's up, bitches and me? I have eaten. I am going to finish my explanation of Admit 12. Started, okay? Channeled the idea, right? Run it back. I said customizable pieces. I meant custom hand-painted designs in pieces, and I'm still doing that. I'm super excited to do that. So, Jules, babe, what are you doing here? What are you saying here? What are you gonna do if I say it? Gun to my head? Anyway, when I channeled that idea, when it came into me hot, when I started running numbers, when I saw how the messages extend through that form of creation, I had a block. I can't even call it a block though, because I can't because it was so imperative to my artistic growth and evolution. This painting here, I painted this in 2024. I painted this at a time where I had the most insane of spiritual awakenings, and right before I went into spiritual psychosis. And this was the first painting. I had this history of making things and then just fucking hating them. Making things and hating them. And I was in love with this. I loved the process of doing it. And I loved the result of it. And I tried to make another I painted another painting. And I really just used what I had, and I just had not a lot of variety of colors and paints, and I just worked with what I got. And so I got halfway through and I just looked at it and I was like, you are disgusting and I hate you, and you're going to sit on my balcony for 6 months. And then after Admit 12 had come to me, I had purchased some Posca acrylic paint pens, and I said, let me just fuck around. Let me just experiment and fuck around on some handbags. And I did one, which was what was it? It was a secondhand Ralph Lauren bag that I had picked up and was sitting in my closet for a really long time, and it was like 5 minutes, and I took the pen to the bag and went, that is the ugliest fucking shit I have ever looked at in my entire fucking life. And then I picked up the painting that had been sitting untouched for 6 months, and I took these pens to the painting, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is so much fun, I love this looks great, fuck yeah. And then I was like, well, I think I just needed some pens. And so, oh my gosh. And so I became a painter, I became an artist, and I locked the fuck in for, I don't know, months and months. And then I didn't abandon my original idea. I created an excuse for myself of why I was moving to a traditional canvas. And that excuse was, well, if I have this idea for this line of custom pieces, who the fuck is gonna wanna buy from me when I have backed off of what? What art have I created that they can look at and be impressed by? And that was just an excuse, when really at the heart of it, I picked up those pens and I finished something. And I loved it, and I loved doing it. And I didn't have resentment towards the art I was creating. And that was picking back up on the energy of this that I did abandon. And I'm also just coming to this realization now. So I continued painting, and I will say that I found myself not entirely loving the first series that I did after it was created, and I destroyed 6 of those paintings and I created something new with it, which is what I was referencing in my piece of writing earlier. It's sick. I'll actually show you that tomorrow. But I haven't abandoned this original idea. The way I have expanded it is completely and entirely aligned with my purpose and what I was discussing, and being a woman of variety, and the fact that I can't do everything. I can't do everything. I can do everything. I can dip my toes in everything. I can't. That's just not the way. As much as I'm going to do my best to have that be the way it works for me and works out for me, I simply can't. So what that idea has been able to expand to, whilst it is not necessarily reflected as such just fucking yet, you wait, is that I get to have other brilliant, talented, wonderful, we get I recognize taste. I have great taste. I have a way to recognize this thing that I've found in myself in other people, and I think it is one of the most beautiful things in the world that I am able to see other people embody this same or similar thing in a way which I could never. And that is what this idea has expanded to. That is exactly what this idea has expanded to. And had I not, I didn't need the fucking excuse. And that excuse prompted myself to, when I was continuing to make that art and make my TikToks and post it online, it almost prompted a segue of me trying to fit into this idea of what a starting artist should or would be or would look like, and what other people are comfortable doing with their art and business structure around that. Fucking go hard and fucking do that shit. Because at the end of the day, they are still doing something that so many other fucking people are far too fucking afraid to ever even think about doing. The excuse prompted this box, and I saw myself veering closer and closer to the confines of this box when that was never where it started. And the segue that I created was not to veer into that box. It was a segue of genuine, new, intentional, channeled, free creation. One that I had denied myself of for a period of time as well. And one that I needed to remember how much I fucking love and bring that shit back. Itchy chin. So the meditation that I did earlier, I asked for clarity about this hesitation surrounding variety and direction. Fuck it, hesitation, whatever. What had come through initially was the title of my book. What followed that was just a feeling that didn't quite sit right, because I knew that in asking for clarity around the direction, it was asking for clarity around the next direction. What came thereafter was the already known and affirmed expansion of Admit 12. What the fuck was I asking for clarity for? What was I asking for? What on God's earth was I asking for clarity for? That's why we do it sometimes. Because then you get it. And then you go, yeah, no fucking shit. It's not about people. I know it's not about people, but I'm going to fucking speak on it anyway, because I don't know if people look at what I'm doing, or they see that I've created this name and I'm painting under it Admit 12 Studios, and they're just like, it's a cute little, it is bigger than me, hey. It is much bigger than me. Oh, Julia, I really like your nose ring. It looks really good. My nose piercing fell out. Couldn't find it. Looked at my nose. There was a huge lump. /keloid. I gave up. I actually gave up. I actually really fucking gave up. Everything's so funny. But it was because I got caught in my towel after my shower, right? And then I just couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, fuck, because this is the second time I had it pierced within the space of probably 2 weeks after the first time I got it pierced. A month or two ago? A couple months ago? I don't know. But it fell out and I couldn't put it back in. And it was a whole ordeal. It was a whole fucking ordeal. So then I got it re-pierced. And I thought it was going so well. And then it fell out. It got caught in my towel and it fell out. And I couldn't find it. And I know from the first time and I know from another time that I've knocked it out. And you have to put it in right away. Right away. And time was ticking, man. And the more seconds that passed, I was like, I think it's done. And then I found this, because I had lost this. This is a literal fake nose piercing. And found it in my bag, and I was like, well, maybe that's a sign. Take the nose piercing out and just wear a fakie. Maybe it's not meant to be. It's the second time it's happened. And then I looked in the mirror and I could see a little bump had been forming around it, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was just concealed by the jewelry I was wearing, but I looked in the mirror and I was like, bitch, that is fucking huge. And then something even worse happened, because I had already come to terms with my situation. I had already come to terms with it. And then I sat on the bed And then my eyes just panned onto my floor and locked on to this little fucking stud bitch that had fallen out. And I just went, I was holding this one in my hand, and I just went, I put my head in my hands. I just went, I want to cry right now. What the fuck do I do? What on earth do I do? I have no idea what to do. Am I supposed to put this, like, try pierce it again and put this back in? This is a test. This is a test for me. And I just I do not like feeling uncertain like that. I do not like feeling uncertain like that about things. It is, I just sat there for a good, 30 seconds, literally like this. But, clearly I didn't put it back in. Look at that shit. That's fucked up. I actually, it makes me want to rip my fucking hair out looking at it. It's fine. It will go away. It will go down. I'll do some warm compresses. Alright. That's my rant for today. I just wanted to go. I've been painting for the last few hours. Which I've recorded my painting. There she is. We love her. We love her. We love her. Going through my... So these are all of the songs that are, I guess, depicted. I don't really think depicted. I put 20 of my favorite songs in a playlist, and then I hit shuffle, and I said I just want the universe to pick 10 to paint, to put in these boxes for this painting. So, which, I mean, of course I'm talking about this one today, because I've been talking about the fucking boxes, haven't I? I just do shit without realizing, hey. It's interesting to, find out later on what was in your mind when you were making something. I've been painting a lot of squares lately, and checkers. So checkers and squares, and overlapping them as well. And I was doing a little section of them before, and I was like, duh, of course. And you just do things, and then you clicks. But yeah, it's just all the boxes intertwining, isn't it? Yeah, hit shuffle, and 10 songs came out, and those were my 10 songs. So first one is PCH by Jaden. Just Jaden. Not Jaden Smith, just Jaden. And I don't know who the vocals are on that one, but beautiful fucking voice. 5, 10, 15, 17. I listened to that song 17 times. Is that it? No. Is that a lot of times? How long is that? 17 times. I don't know. I'll work it out. 17 times. Riptide, Vance Joy. Or Vance Joy. Vance. 5, 10, 15, 18. 18 times I listened to that. No. Sorry. I'm just not believing what I've put down here. Go Away Girl by Mundy and Sharon Shannon, specifically the live version. 5, 10, 12 times I listened to that. I've got to be lying. You're joking. No. But bearing in mind, this is only the times that I have put it on to repeat. Because I've probably... Uh-oh. Fuck, I've been outed. And is it really that deep? It actually is for me at the moment. Because seeing this fucking thing on my nose, it rocked me and it knocked me. So this isn't for you. This is entirely for me, to make myself feel better. So it's for you. I would, looking back on this, I would give her a shit as well. I'd say old nose. And I'd say, who the fuck is that? Anyway. All Falls Down, Kanye West. Gross. Love that song though. I took a video of this painting a few weeks ago, and I was like, well, because obviously fuck Kanye West, I think he's a fucking loser. Don't look at my tattoo. It's not Kanye West song. Mind your business. But he's a fucking piece of shit. That being said, I was videoing this painting a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, fuck you, Kanye, I'll do better shit with your fucking music than what you do with a human being. Which, if shitty people had made great art that has inspired you or has left you with something, then, I mean, I know what I do with my energy, and I know what I can turn something into that feels a lot better than fake feeling guilty about listening to one of my favorite songs. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, allegedly, I only listened to this one 9 times. That is bullshit. I don't know what fucking crack I've been smoking, but that's not real. Also, oh, right, because I was repetitively listening to them. And when they had like a decent amount completed on them, I was just listening to the playlist and going in with like pastels, and because I couldn't sit there and just like put it all into one square, I kind of had to do it piece by piece, so I just had the playlist on. So that sounds like bullshit to me though. Anyway, am I allowed to vape on YouTube? What are you gonna do, shoot me? Time to Pretend, MGMT. 5:10:12. I don't think that's real as well. Numb/Encore, Linkin Park, Jay-Z. 5:10:15. 18. Sweet Escape, Gwen Stefani, Akon. 5:10:14. Eurostar, Fred Again, and Animal and the Sniffers. 5:10:15:20 25:30. That is a lot of times. That being said, that song is like 2 minutes something. But I did put a lot of time into that one. I'm just looking at the painting and not believing the numbers that I've put down. All the Small Things, Blink 182, 5:10:15. Why have I tallied it like that? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. I've crossed it at 4. Are you good? So that's 5. 5:10:15 20. Right. 20 for All the Small Things, Blink 182. And Fashion Killer, ASAP Rocky. If anyone's been online recently and seen him fucking mouthing off at his concert, prick. 5:10:15. Again, why have I done it again? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know how to tally? 5:10:15. 18. Oh, sorry, 19, I guess. 23. 23 Fashion Killer. That's actually quite high scoring as well. I'm not going to add up how long that is because I don't want to right now. I'm going to let you know the other songs that I had on the list. These are the other contenders. We had Dope Man by the remix by NWA, Luther by Kendrick Lamar, and SZA. Oh, what the fuck? I've also... Oh no, I took off that one. Ignore me. I had Kiwi by Harry Styles. I had Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis. I had You and I by Lady Gaga. I had some other ones. This was just the ones I wrote down, but I had more in there, which I can't remember. I had Island in the Sun by Weezer. I had American Boy by Kanye West and Estelle. I had... Oh, it was just on there and I've forgotten. It was same artist. Blink 182, I Miss You. Also, Electric Feel by MGMT. So a couple of the same artists starting around in there. I think I'm procrastinating a little bit because I'm like this close to finishing. It's like 10:30 p.m. and I've been at it. I've been at it for a solid few hours at the moment. I'm gonna finish it. I only could find evidence of one lie that I caught myself out on, which is You're a Star by Fred Again is actually like almost 4 minutes long, not 2 minutes something. So I have run the numbers. So I spent about 101 minutes listening to that song. But sometimes I just get into a flow of doing a specific square, and I really did with that one, and I just repeat. Run it back. I calculated all of them, and repetitive that is recorded tentatively is just over 10 hours, and then I have probably spent about 10 hours separate to that, and it was just playlist going back and forth. One of these ones. So yeah, that painting took me about just over 20 hours. That's it. And now I've got to do one of these. I've got to do one of these. And I've got to finish it. And I know I've got to finish it. And sometimes it just gets to the point where something's just this close to being done. And I go, oh, that's crazy. I actually don't want to go over there right now. I actually don't want to go over there. I don't want to touch it. But it's not done. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go finish it, and then I'm going to show you the finished product. I think I'm going to try run a exhibition with this and the series, the Woman of Variety series. I've got a couple of other paintings that are very near finished, so we'll see how many I can get through this week. I'd like to say they're at the very final stages like this one, but as it goes, I pick them up and I end up spending hours on something that I thought I would be finishing in a very brief moment with just touches. But they do say that a piece of art is never unfinished. The quote is, a painting is never unfinished, only abandoned. Allegedly, it was said by Leonardo da Vinci. Apparently, it's misquoted, and it was by this French poet. I don't know. They should fight, and they should also kiss about that one, so. All her glory, all her glory, all her glory. She's about 120 centimeters tall, I think about 90 wide. I cannot confirm if those are the exact measurements, but something like that. Here we have Time to Pretend. Here we have Fashion Killer. Here we have All the Small Things. Here we have You're a Star. Here we have Riptide. Encore, Sweet Escape, All Falls Down, PCH, and Galway Girl. I'll see if I can, because I'm on the wide lens. Don't comment about my dirty carpet, my vacuum broke, okay? Suck my dick. Oh my god, I'm actually out of breath in this position. You can't even see me right now, but it's crazy what I'm doing with my body. I'm actual freak, man. I just sit with it. I do. I just sit with it. I sit and I stare at it. I'm happy. She's called Heads Up, and she's available to purchase. Yeah, that's my Heads Up.